David, welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by Miss Sarah Fraser.
David Yontef. Still have not gotten over the fact that you are here in Hollywood. So excited about our meetup to meet in person because we've been talking for like over a year. Like we've
Honey,
basically been friends online for a year and a half, and this is the first time we're meeting up. I almost feel like it's an episode of Catfish. Like I hope I show up and you are who you. I mean, I guess we FaceTime, so I know, but
maybe I'll try to catfish you.
that'd be amazing.
Let me tell you something. Let me
What?
tell you something. It's not good in Hollywood. It's not good in Hollywood. I am so hungover today.
What?
I'm not, I
You?
went to
I don't think I've ever even
I
heard you say you're hungover before.
Really? I feel like I'm always hungover, but with these shots, I've really curbed my drinking.
Oh,
But
okay.
last night I went to listen, I don't know what you're doing here in LA, but I joined a gym, recorded episodes. I went to a dinner party last night at my friend's house in West Hollywood. And I was literally sleeping on the way there. I was so tired. And then I drank like 8,000 glasses of wine and a vodka.
Oh my God. What time did you get home? How did you go to bed? P.S. I have a 20-month-old and a husband. Not that my husband really requires that much care or would care if I went out drinking, but I don't know. Once you have the kid, once you have a child, and everybody listening that has kids will know this, David, it is so hard to be hungover. It's like an alarm clock at 6 a.m. and they cry. It's so bad. So now I just don't drink.
I didn't go to the gym today. Listen, I don't want to drink. I literally don't want to, and then I do. You know what I mean? When you look around that room and everyone else is in the bag, you're like, why not? Why not? It's just that type of night. Like, I'm not the drunk one at the party. I'm looking around. Everybody is the drunk one here. So just shut up, David, and just let yourself have a
Maybe
moment of
you should
happiness.
maybe you should do a West Hollywood AA meeting and just check in and just see like if you hit any of the marks.
You know what it is? I don't, but I would have taken you up on that like pre-COVID, honestly. Really. Pre-COVID, I had questions about things. No, I went like cold turkey during COVID. I didn't
And it
touch
was okay.
alcohol. Yeah, I mean, literally, I don't drink alone. And there's no shade to anyone that does. Maybe I have social anxiety disorder. I don't know. But like, if you tell me like I'm staying in tonight, I'm having a lovely night editing the podcast, let me just have a glass of wine. No, thank you. I can't tell you in my Hamptons house and in my New York City apartment, I have bottles. I mean, because you have people over, I'm a good entertainer. Bottles of alcohol that just sit there because it's only when people come over. I never touch the shit when I'm home alone. Never.
Okay.
So I'm not
Well,
not that that's the only definition of an alcoholic. I mean, I really could stop. I could have like one or two drinks. It's just I didn't even drink that much. These damn fucking shots, man. But
oh, the
anyway,
shots. Okay. Yes, the
all
shots.
is not good in the hood. Now, before we get into, I mean, listen, let's start with this. This episode is going to air after January 6th,
Oh,
period. So everybody fucking deal with it. Today is January 5th. So tomorrow, this
it's a big
shot
day.
is being sentenced. By the time you hear this, we will know. So we can reflect on this. We can say, just a week ago, that asshole David was so wrong. Or wow, David and Sarah were so right. Do you see the new evidence that's now coming out that they're saying is going to be that she had an affair? Do you see all this in the restraining order?
Yes, yes. And I'm wondering what you're hearing, but I'm wondering if this restraining order is stemming from what was it, maybe about 2 months ago? Someone had filmed her in Salt Lake City out, with there were 4 or 5 people
Yeah.
yelling and screaming at someone and just losing her mind. Now, she alleges that it was over somebody saying a homophobic slur and she was defending a friend or whatever. But I wonder now, I wonder if I first I thought it was related to that. Now it sounds like did you hear the latest? Now it sounds like Jen Shah was allegedly having an affair with a guy. And it was the guy's either wife or girlfriend who they kept going back and forth over text. Finally, Jen Shah shows up to this woman's house at 2 a.m. and they get into whatever screaming match confrontation. Police were called and a restraining order was granted. That's what I'm hearing. Is that what you're hearing? So I initially thought this was from that incident where she was yelling at somebody in someone's face outside of a restaurant in Salt Lake. Now we're hearing
Mm.
she could have been having an affair and it was the other woman.
Yeah, I mean, my understanding is that she was having an affair and that this woman found out. And just like what I would do, the woman was like, I found out that my husband is fucking you. So isn't it just fair that your husband finds out that you're fucking my husband, like tit for tat? I would do the same thing that this woman did. So my understanding is, I could be, because I write it very quickly,
Yeah,
is that
right.
she sent the pictures to Sharif. I think she notified Sharif that Jen was cheating. And I think Jen was like, hey girl, I'm a narcissist. It's about me, Jen Shah. I don't care if you found out that your husband's cheating on you. That's your problem, not mine. But you're gonna let my husband know and try to blow up my life, girl. This is about blowing up your life, not mine. I'm Jen Shah. I'm a narcissist. We don't ruin my life. We only ruin your life. So my understanding was Jen was pissed that this woman said, I found out. Shouldn't your husband know? And I mean, I would do the exact same thing. I would send the damn pictures. And then I guess my understanding was Jen was pissed that this woman just let her husband know, Sharif, rocked her own world. And then, yeah, showed up at the house. And then, listen, it's not so easy. Trust me. You know how many people I'd like to have a restraining order on? Honestly, the list is very long. It's not so easy to get a restraining order, guys. So, I mean, you have to listen. Amber Childers, behind the Velvet Rope podcast guest, Amber Childers, Randall Emmett's ex, she tried to get one. She was denied. So, you have to really. So, I mean, but yeah, it was granted. So I think Jen showed up and went absolutely psycho crazy. Listen.
This is not good, I don't think. Go on. I don't want to interrupt.
It can't help, right? So I wonder, like, the only thing I don't know right now is like, it seems like, are they going back and amending their request for 10 years? I mean, that's really the only thing she needs to worry about. I still think, listen, I say this all the time. I really try to remain neutral. I really don't like or dislike any of these people in theory. You know what I mean? Like, none of them, well, I actually do know quite a few of them, but there's not, okay. So I guess I
Right,
do.
right.
I guess I do dislike them, but I try to remain neutral. I still try to remain neutral per situation. There's just I don't know what it is. There is just something about this person. I feel no remorse. I feel she is possibly one of the most entitled. Like on Patreon every weekend, Kim D says, Teresa's a narcissist. Teresa's a narcissist. I don't know. I don't really necessarily agree with that. She thinks Louis is a narcissist. I don't know if I agree with that. I think this is one of the biggest narcissists. There's something about Jen Shah I just don't like. She
Jen
just rubs me the wrong way.
and Tom Girardi, they're con artists. They're con artists. And no, I don't think this is good for her heading into the sentencing. I also saw somebody snapped a picture of Coach Shah and Jen in the airport yesterday heading to New York City,
Saw
of
that.
course, in anticipation. They both look great.